What is up, Gamer Nation? Welcome to another episode here of our brand new Warzone strategy tips. This one is talking about the bounty contracts inside of Call of Duty Warzone. Now, if you haven't already checked them out, make sure you look at the video, a little episode we did for the recon contracts and also scavenger contracts that's out already. But this one's covering bounties. This one is more or less, I want to say, it depends on your strategy, but this is pretty much the most difficult contract to accomplish out of all three of them, because if you know the recon one, they literally show you walk on the spot on the map, sit here for a while, cap it. The scavenger one, walk on here on the map, open this crate, boom, go to the next one. The bounty one is a little bit more difficult, where we'll explain why here right now. So when you go up to a bounty contract, you see it on the map, you open up your map, you see all these little white flags, different little emblems on them. The bounty one has the little crosshairs, has that little bullseye crosshair there. Now what that is it's simply giving a bounty on any random player across the map. So you pick up the contract. This is what it looks like, this little tablet here with the crosshairs on it. Once you pick it up, immediately someone who is alive on the map in your lobby is tagged with a little icon above their head on your mini-map. And it doesn't go away until either you kill them, someone else kills them, or the bounty expires. You run out of time. You roughly have, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes to kill this person to get the bounty. Now, of course, as you see here on this this image I have on the screen, every single player on your team gets $3,000 for the bounty, as opposed to maybe a recon. Your first recon, you only get like 1,000, but since the bounties are a little bit more difficult, you get a little bit more of a cash reward there. Why they're difficult? As soon as you pick it up, whichever one player in the lobby that's tagged as the person you have to kill, the game lets them know. They say, hey, so there's an entire squad if you're playing squads, or there's somebody coming after you to try to kill you, and then they're just gonna run away because they don't want to get killed, or they might try to figure out where you are and try to kill you first. Now, if they are the player who has the bounty on their head, it shows them distance from where the person is that's trying to kill them. It's a 3 bar. So if it's just 1 bar's highlighted, that means they're not really close to you at all. Once you have 2 out of 3 bars highlighted, so 1 bar is yellow, 2 bars is orange, 2 orange bars, that says, okay, they're getting closer to you, you probably should watch out. Once it's 3, which is red, that means they're on top of you. I think it's roughly like 50 meters or less. They're definitely on top of you. They're gonna try to kill you relatively soon. So if you're playing in quads with 4 people, and once somebody on your team has a bounty placed on their head, everybody on the team gets to see the bar. Who's the person on your team they're trying to kill? They'll say their gamer tag on the screen, and then it'll show you how close is the enemy to getting to the person they're trying to kill. Okay, so let's say Joe Schmo's on your team. Okay, well, Joe Schmo has a bounty on his head, and the person that's trying to kill him is 2 out of 3 bars in proximity. Okay, so he's not on top of us, but he's getting close to us. And so it's just constant moving. It's a constant moving cat and mouse game. Sometimes the bounty doesn't move. Sometimes they just sit in the corner. They wait for you to come to you, thinking that they're gonna, kill you before you kill them, if they have that much confidence skill anyway. But you picking up the bounty, the player's gonna know that you're coming after them. It's not gonna show your gamer tag. It's just gonna say, hey, somebody's coming after you. They're gonna try to kill you, and if they kill you, then actually I think they changed. I think it does actually show their gamer tag, but it doesn't really matter. But it'll show you how close. It'll show them how close you are to them just by the 3-bar system. Now, when you pick this up, the first thing you see is this. This is what it looks like on your mini-map. It's going to show a large yellow circle on the map with this crosshair icon. That's saying this person you have to kill is right here. It's slightly delayed by a few, I wouldn't say maybe 1 or 2 seconds. So if the person's in a car, then you're going to see a car move on the screen, because cars show up on your mini-map when an enemy's driving them. And so you'll see maybe the car here if it's going this way, and the icon here trying to catch up to it. So it's not automatic. It's not to the millisecond. So you have to account for that. And it also doesn't show you where they are in terms of higher or lower than you. If you have UAV on, you see a little red ping on your map. Right above the red ping, it'll show an arrow up. That means they're above you. On the bottom, if it shows an arrow on the bottom, it means they're below you. So if you're in a 3-story building, you're on the 2nd floor, if the enemy that's pinged is at a higher level on the map than you are, it'll have an up arrow. If it's on the bottom, it'll have a bottom arrow if they're below you. With this, it doesn't show you any of that. It just says, hey, this person's here. You have to figure out if they're on top of a building, on the 1st floor. That's all you got to figure out. So you got to do all the hard work there. Now, The benefit is that if you have if let's say you're doing trios, you have 3 people on your team. If all 3 people are together, not spread apart, going to the same place, all together, going to this bounty. One person team picks it up, a team of 3, all 3 people together, rush the person they have to kill. At worst, it's an equal 3v3, where you have to kill someone, and they have all their teams trying to protect them from getting killed. Now, of course, you can get third party, and that just means that there's another squad that they don't have a bounty on them. It's impossible for 2 squads to have a bounty on the same person. You can't have a bounty on each other, though, that's fun in solos when you pick up a bounty, somebody else picks up a bounty, and it's on each other. But the point I'm trying to make is that at worst, more often than not, it's just a 3v3, so you have equal odds of taking out their team if your team is paying attention and working together. But it can be better than that. There could be one person not caring about their team, just looting, so you have a 3v2, or even 2 people who's like, whatever, just stay away from him, he's going to get killed, so it'd be a 3v1. You don't ever want to try to rush a bounty in squads, in trios, or quads by yourself if your team is not with you. So if it's just you picking one up and your team of 3 in quads is just walking around looting, don't charge this, because there can easily be 4 people there that'll destroy you, because they know proximity-wise how close you are. But once you kill them, you're not going to get loot dropping from the same thing as if you get a scavenger crate or if you do the recon capture. But of course, if the person dies, they're going to drop loot, so there's a bonus there. You get some pretty slick guns out of it if they've already got their loadout, some custom guns like that. So yeah, this one gives you, I feel like this is the most bang for the buck, just because it can be a moving target as opposed to scavenger and recon. Strategy-wise, I typically don't aim for these if I'm doing trios or quads and everybody on my team is alive. I typically don't aim for these because I want to focus all my time on the recon. So recon's by far my number 1 contract that we go after. Watch that episode, you'll understand why. I do these in solos. If I'm doing solos, then I know, like I said, it's going to be a 1v1. There could be a chance that someone else is around there. They're going to try to third party, which means me and my bounty is shooting, or we're shooting each other, and then somebody else hears the shots and tries to shoot at me or at him. But it's a 1v1. So if you're confident, if you feel like you have a pretty good trigger finger, you're pretty smart, pretty strategic, then yeah, I focus. This is what I do a lot in solos. I just like, okay, let me go just pick up this. Okay, let me kill that guy. Okay, I just killed that guy. Let me pick up another one. Let me go kill this guy. And I just it's just a 1v1. So it's pretty easy to do, and it gets you a lot of money really quick in solos. So you can start buying all the end game stuff, and then focus on other contracts after that. Now, the last thing that I'm going to mention when it comes to the bounty contracts is that so we already mentioned they don't stay still. More than often, they're moving around, so you have to chase them. And there could be a situation where you can't keep up with them. They literally run to the point where the timer runs out, and you don't get any money. And they actually get the money for surviving. So if your bounty survives the entire time, then they get bonus money. Them and their entire squad gets bonus money if they survive. The last thing is, so they get the bonus money if they survive, but if someone else kills them, that still means you won your bounty. So let's say I pick up a contract, a bounty contract. Here's the guy, and before I can get to him, somebody else kills him. Then it still gives you a reward because your bounty died, but it's not the same amount. So if they give you $3,000, if somebody else kills your if you kill your bounty, I think it's like $1,200 to $1,500 you get in that same scenario if someone else kills them. So you'll still get some money, but you're not getting the full amount because it wasn't you that killed them. So what I like to do on solos, as soon as I drop, I like picking these up, because that means there's 150 people shooting each other with pistols, a lot of people dropping the same places. So if you go to a very populated area that you know is going to be populated and you grab one of these, more often than not, your bounty's going to die, whether by your hands or somebody else's hands. So if you want some quick, easy, $1,200, $1,500 in your pocket to go buy some shields or whatever you want to get, or start just building it up for other stuff, then yeah, get it right off the bat in solos. Like I said, this is something I focus on solos. Depending on all my contracts I target on depend on what game mode I'm playing, whether it's solos, trios, or quads, and also how many people are left alive. On my trios, if it's just me, I have a different strategy if we have all 3 people alive. Same thing with quads. So just check out all the videos we put out for Scavenger, Recon, and Bounty. Tell me which one you think is your favorite one and why. If you disagree with something I say, with one of these bounties, just let me, or with one of these contracts, just let me in the comments. If you felt like this is helpful information to you, if you weren't sure how these worked, click the thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. We're going to be dropping Warzone strategy tips once a week on Saturdays, so make sure you subscribe and keep your eyes peeled for those. But yeah, I hope this was helpful, guys, and I'll see you on the next episode. Tune in 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you on the next stream on our Facebook gaming channel, which is facebook.com/GamerTrevis, or simply just type in GamerTrevis in Facebook and hit the follow button there. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, with a 7 p.m. Eastern Time Saturday stream. I'll see you then.